Hello, everyone. Sorry about earlier. I was going live, but my computer just started acting kind of wonky. I think it's almost time that I get a new one. So please forgive me. So let's try this again. Um, as I was attempting to say in the first video, give me a second. Let me make sure the dogs don't come down here and bother me, and hopefully we can get this straightened out. As a young man, as a young kid, growing up 10 to 11, 12, 13 years old, I used to go into and we had this discussion with the guys on our Friday night hangouts and stuff. How we would go into the movies. Guys of a certain age. I'm 63, so people of a certain age would go into the movie theaters and you'd watch, on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, you'd get in there because they would let you in there for relatively cheap. And you'd get in and you'd watch all the Kung Fu movies and the Godzilla movies, and the blaxploitation movies. And I remember one of them that stuck out to me as a young man. I've always been a fan of this woman. Her name is Pam Grier. And when I saw her in the movie Coffy, I was dumbstruck. I mean, she at the time, she was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. And I loved the movie. So over the years, when I started doing the painting and the figure painting and stuff, I was always searching for a figure. Let me see. Let me put this up here. Show comments on stage. So we'll put the comments if they're on there. I always over the years, the last few years, I was always bugging Mike. And here we go. We're starting to freeze up again. I don't know what's going on with my computer here. I really don't. Give me a second. Let me. I see. I don't know if it's my connection to my computer. I don't think so. I think forgive me. I know the interruptions. I think my Mac is it's overtaxed. It can't do this anymore. So it's about time I start looking for a new computer. But anyway, back to the story. I over the years I had been hounded Mike over at NY3D Creations about a Coffy, a Pam Grier figure. And I had a couple of different ideas in mind, but I could never find one. I could never find anyone that had one or that had sculpted one. Until I got put in touch with a brother named CG Verse. And I presented him the pictures of what I wanted. At first, there was one where she's leaning kind of back with her leg up. And she's got like a fur coat on, and beautiful pose. And there's another one where she's all in black leather. And the third would be the iconic movie poster of her, the Coffy movie poster, what I just showed the beginning here, the Coffy movie poster. So talking with the guys, that's the one you should do. Either one would have been perfect. So CG Verse, I got put in touch with a brother over at CG Verse, and I showed him what I wanted. I said, "Can you do this?" And he said, "Absolutely." So we went from there. I'm going to show you in a minute. Now, I was unboxing it in the earlier video, and my computer decided it's got a hangover or whatever. So I'm going to show you the bust. She's about 13 and a half inches tall. She's about this big, once she's mounted on the base with the fro and everything. So here, let me show you real quick. I'm really excited, man. Mike over at NY3D Creations did a fantastic job of engineering this. And I can't say enough good things about CGverse, the sculptor. So let me switch this camera real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And hopefully we're okay. All right. Let me get some light on her. There's the bust. The hair is one piece. So you could paint the hair. You got to do a little cleanup, but that's not unusual with stuff like this. You always have to do that. I want to show you something really cool. See how that fits in there? There's a very, very, very slight seam in there. And it's not even noticeable, really. And then you got the one arm, the shotgun. You can do some cleanup. Anybody that's ever worked with resin or 3D prints, you got to do a little cleanup. And then you got that base. Here, let me get her off here. You have the base. And the base is big. I mean, she's a quarter scale. The base from the bottom to the top is about 5.5 inches tall. Nice piece of resin. It's a big base. Whoop. It's got the coffee on there. But the cool thing about it is Mike printed up some little stickers here. They're the movie poster. And you can position that any way you want. You could use it if you want. You don't want to use it. That's up to you. But look at that. She is a beauty, isn't she? Again, she's always been like one of my on-screen goddesses. I'm a big Pam Grier fan. I think she's probably one of the most beautiful women in the world. You may agree, you may disagree. It's all up to you. But let me go back over here. Let me shift that because I've got some darkness on the side over here. I don't know what that is on my screen. That's odd. Over here. See that? You got a little something going on there. I don't know what that is. So anyway, let me remove this from the studio. And we'll go back there. Yeah, I'm seeing a little shadow right here. And I have, oh, hold on. Oh, that's for the comments. I see. Right here. I got rid of it. So there she is. This is the bust. I believe there's another part that goes here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. And then this piece, again, it needs to be a little cleaned up. That's where their supports are. Once you sand this all down, it'll fit real nice in there. And there she is. I'm going to be offering the bust, because of the scale and the amount of resin. She will be for sale, and I'm offering her up at $150 plus shipping. And look at that. Look at the size of that. Isn't that something? It's a beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. So again, she's about 14 and a quarter. Right around, let me see. She is, that's 12, you figure 13. Yeah, she's about 13.5 inches tall from the bottom of the base to the top of her hair here. So, and it comes with that cool little movie poster, and you could do whatever you want with the base here, graffiti and slap the glue that on. It's a sticker, but you'll have to glue it on there so it doesn't come off. You can weather that a little bit, do all kinds. I've got all kinds of ideas here. It's just, the hair again. That's one piece, so you can paint the hair, you can paint the skin tone, paint the hair, and then drop it in, So what? Again, it's not. I haven't sanded anything down yet, and it's a tight fit on the sides. But once there it is, you slide it down. There's no need for seam where there's no seam in there. So beautiful. Mike did a fantastic job printing it. He's the best at what he does, man. He really is. But there it is. Now let's go over to the figure. Now I have it in 8 scale, 6 scale, and of course the quarter scale bust. So we'll go down here. Let me get my something. Let me move some stuff out of the way here so I don't lose them. This is the base. It's the same base as the bust, except it's oval. This one's round. That's more of an oval shape, an egg shape. There's the base. Mike did a fantastic job on that. Look at that. Well, let me get this over here this way. There's the base. You got the little manhole cover there. The busted up asphalt. It's a real nice detail to that, Mike. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, there's her torso. Now, you need to be very careful because of those earrings. They're fragile, so just letting you know. There's the torso. Let's see. And I'll tell you the sizes I'm going to have her available in a second here. This is the bottom half, her bottom half here. Her legs with the pants. It's beautiful. He's got the lacing detail in there. That skin tone that's going to go in here. And then the laces are black and the pants are yellow. A little flared at the bottom. Okay, let's go over here. These are her stacked shoes. 70s style platform. I mean, this is so good. I mean, he's even got has he got the nails in there too? Yeah, you got the toenails in there. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Little cleanup, little sanding. That's to be expected. They fit perfect. Look at that. Perfect fit. Now, what I have in my hand here, this is, does she go that way? No, or she go the other way? I'm trying to, oh no, she goes this way. Because you got the little indentation where the bottom of the heel goes in. Okay, so there's that. There's the upper torso. Again, with any 3D print or even with resin, there's some cleanup. Like in here, you see these little dimples? Well, those dimples are from the supports. So once you clean that off, everything will sit nicely. And even with those on there, it's a beautiful fit. Look at that. I'll do a wide shot. Here, let me get a wide shot over this way. Okay, let me get right there. So we have that. Here's her hair. Again, there's some on the top here. You got the little nibs from the supports. So I need to be very careful I don't break anything off. And the hair goes right in there. Perfect fit. Right there. And then you have her arms. That one there. Fits right there. Goes right on the hip. This one. Oh, right in here. And then you have the sawed off. That'll sit. Now you're going to have to glue that in there. But sorry, but I'll get all that fixed. This piece will rest up against her hip here, like so. And there she is. This will sit just like that. Right in that little crook there. Just like that. And I don't want to keep monkeying around with it. But yeah, that's how it fits. But this is the, oh, and then you get this little plate, and there's a little line in there. The little lip, it'll sit right in that little lip, like so. But that's the quarter scale. I'm also gonna, I mean, I didn't want to, but there's some guys that like 8 scale. I'll also have it in an 8 scale. But the bust back there, that'll be $150 with the shipping. The 8 scale will be $85 plus shipping. This one, with the full figure print, is $125 with shipping. It's a beautiful piece, guys. Again, it comes with the bust, comes with a movie poster, a little movie poster sticker. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm going to start painting the figure, but I'm going to leave the bust, because the bust, I think I want to do it during a live so I can show you my way of doing a African-American skin, a darker skin tone. So I think I'm going to do the bust on one of the Way of the Dragons. We'll do the bust right here. But here's the figure. Again, the shotgun will sit. There's a little piece right here. You can, in the crook right here in her hip, you use a little 5-minute epoxy, and it sits just like that. If I can get it to stay. I can't get it to stay, and I don't want to keep dropping it. So it'll sit just like so, right in her hip there, the shotgun. So, and that's again, it's from the iconic movie poster right here. Did a fantastic job on it. I mean, the likeness is really good. So this is the figure right there. And there's the bust. And I'm excited, man, because I've been wanting one of these for a long time. And I used to bug the guys about it. And, to me, she is the OG. She's what started all the femme fatales, all the badass women. It was her, in this movie, Coffy. And there's a lot of beautiful tones that you could put in here. It's a lot of skin tone. So I'm excited about that, because normally you don't get, there's a lot of figures out there, but you rarely see somebody, an ethnic person, somebody of color done. And I think, as a figure painter, you should strive to do all different types of colors. So, but yeah, if you want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me here. You can get a hold of me on Facebook. Everybody knows I'm on Facebook. Or you can get a hold of me at here. Let me put it here. I'll put it in the comments. My email. In the comment section, there's my email. I'll put it across. I'll show it across the screen right there. Gil.mondragon, gil.mondragon@gmail.com. You can email me. I take PayPal, friends and family. Again, she is $150 plus shipping. This is $125 plus shipping. And the 8th scale is $85 plus shipping. The 8th scale will be about that big. So you'll knock off from right here up. She'll be about this big, the 8th scale. Maybe right about here. So it's up to you. I mean, they're there. $150, $125, $85 plus shipping. Contact me on right there on the screen, right here. Gil.mondragon@gmail.com. That's also my PayPal. You can do that, and we'll go from there. But again, I am not in this. This is not something that I'm going to be doing. I don't want to produce kits. I don't want to go through all that. I mean, I have a few ideas for a few other ones that I've never seen done, but that's a personal thing. It's not something I'm putting out there. But I thought this would be something nice, you know, for some of you out there that would like it, you know. And there she is. So let me know what you guys think. You know, drop a comment down below if you like it, if you're interested in it. Again, this Pam Grier's iconic poster, Coffy, from the movie right there. I want to thank Mike over at NY3D Creations for doing a fantastic job and getting it out to me as quick as he did. I love the way he did the bust. He re-engineered the bust. It's a little different than her. She's not holding the shotgun here, but she has it in her hand. And I kind of like that. I like that idea. We come around the back there, you know. And the other thing is the texture. Let me see if I can zoom in on her top. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Again, CG Verse, you know, you did an amazing job on this for me. Thank you very much. Mike, I couldn't have done it without you guys, you and Jerry and the boys, you know, giving me input on it. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get my hands on it and start working it. Again, I'm going to be doing this one. I'll do if you guys want, I know there's some people out there that don't paint, I will do one on commission for you. Just get a hold of me, you know, and we'll work it out, you know, the price of it. I'm more than willing to paint it for a commission paint job. Let me get that in there. It's just an amazing piece, man. It's an amazing piece. So anyway, let me switch back over. Switch my camera back over real quick. Oh, let me move that light. So there it is. It's my girl. That's my girl. I love that bust. That is just amazing. That is an amazing, amazing piece. Again, if let me move the lights. There you go. If you guys want one, you can contact me right here. gil.mondragon@gmail.com. The quarter scale bust is 150. The 6 scale is 125. The 8 scale is 85. That does not include shipping, guys. In continental U.S. If you want one outside of the U.S., rates apply, guys. I don't know what the rate will be for whatever country you guys are in, but we'll figure it out. You know, so if you guys are interested, let me know. You know, if not, that's fine too. I mean, it was done for me, you know, but it's also being put out there if you guys want one. So. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a series of lives here as I paint the figure. Once I figure out with the boys what we're going to do as far as the bust is concerned, then I'll have an update on that. I want to thank Jerry Frade. He did a review of it the other day. Go check him out at Just Painted. Mike, NY3D Creations, I'm always amazed at what he does. You know, he's good at what he does. If you guys check him out, ny3dcreations.com. I'll put it right here in the bottom. ny3dcreations.com. He's got some really cool stuff up there. He does some fantastic work. Go check him out, guys. And you know, what can I say? CG Verse, thank you, man. You did an amazing job. Check him out. ny3dcreations.com. He engineered the bus for me, made sure everything was kosher, make sure everything fit, you know, make sure, you know, he redid a few things, you know, cleaned it up a little bit. Not that it needed it, but just so we could present it out to the public. But there it is. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. You know, we'll be this weekend. I'll talk to the boys about when we're going to get together and do another. We've got a few things. There's one here that I want to do. And I was talking to the boys, some of the boys about it. Is Lon Chaney by Silver Screen Icons. We're talking about doing this on the live. There's one from Hang Hilger we're talking about doing. There's two of them actually that we're talking about doing from Hang's model kits. So stay tuned. We'll have news on all that. You guys have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned. And if you're interested, right here, gil.mondragon@gmail.com. It's also my PayPal. You can send a request there, and I'll get this out to you, man. You guys have a good one. It's Gilbert saying peace. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to each other, brothers and sisters. Leave the goddamn drama to the queens. Peace.